Welcome to another day of backtesting. This is day 100 and 168. So let's start backtesting. 168. Today is 9:44, October 9th. So let's get it started. So I'll be doing this inversion model and learn to piece in all the confluences as they should be pieced in. Now let's read that any day open. I'm gonna remove this. BTC day body only day body. Something's wrong here. Let's refresh it. All right, now we are here. M and Q, please. Right, so M and Q looks like is dropping. I'd like to see probably a continuation right here. Right, I don't see any reason why price will reject this here, except this gap here, but I see more bearishness than bullishness. Now when we go on the 4-hour, we've inversed this huge gap here, and we have this high here, liquidity. Down to the 1 hour, you can see it is in a fair value gap, so which I think could give us some sells. Now we also have sell side here, and so this and this are both sell side liquidity, and this is the buy side here, and we're in a 1 hour fair value gap. Right here, we go to the 15 and see we have some internal structure. That's this 15 is where I start to mark some internal structure, such as this minor sell side here. So I'd like to see an expansion to this buy side, then we can probably start dropping, and if the buy side comes with some SMT, that will be better. So we have this minor sell side here. So here as well. And why not this? This is also sell side, so let's just reduce it, but this are some of the levels I'll be looking for. Why this one is also good, because we have, is it a gap or is it not a gap? So no need. We have some relatively equal highs here as well. Relatively equal highs, I'd like to see them get run out. Boom, we run this low here and we put in an inversion, and then we look like we're starting to drop. I'd like to see an expansion to the upside though. This is not a sweep that's strong enough. So we're rejecting this 15-minute gap there, so we wait. The price ends up dropping to here. So all the minor sell side has got taken out. Right here you can see it. No entry provided yet. We're now at this low here. Nothing in my interest on this day for real. Anyways, it's possible. I mean, sell side's gonna get taken out, but nothing in my interest so far. We're retracing the 15-minute gap, but still nothing. Next day of the daily. Ooh, looking at how this kind of closed here, man, I think we're going lower. It's a Thursday, 2nd May, NFP tomorrow. Sell sides there, 4 hour. Very huge week yesterday. Trace went back into the gap, but this week is also some kind of POI as well. So could pretty draw close to this thing here. There's a fair rally gap there. Some highs here. So these are internal highs. 1 hour is nothing, but we also have this here. Sell side, 15. Minor buy side here. Went really close to the high there. Now look at this. Push up. Isn't it a fair value gap? Sweep. Shift retest this gap here. The market starts to drop. And first level sell side gets taken. And retrace into this gap here, which starts to form a sell movement. I'd like to see a 5 minute or 15 level to enter from. That would be the only way I'd frame my entry as of now. I don't want to trade it. Whoa. Sell side gets tapped in right there, and so the ideal entries should have been here. This was the intermediate time high when you go up on the 15. We are in a heavily gap. We have the right already established. So the entry should have been like, I don't know, here. But there was no inversions in this place. It was just like ICE 2022 model, drop, shift, retest to the gap here. But I'm very sure I wouldn't enter here. Maybe this one here would be where I would enter. Okay, so we're in somewhere close there. Okay, now there is an SMT here. Here, the SMT here. Go on the 15. We're in this gap here. It's 3 minutes till it closes. On the 5 minute, well, we're not in anything. We're in this gap here. But now when I look on the 1 hour, we've already run the sell side target. That's why I'm hesitating to take this. I would be wondering why would it start going lower, or why would it continue going lower. Well, we have an inversion here. I'd like to put in the position somewhere, like something like this. Let's check the 1 hour there. Okay, let's see if it drops 500 over 80. 6 handles. Okay, why is it delaying to put the entry? Stop loss right there and take profit on the low. Now we're in this gap. Once we go below this low is the only place I'd move to. Wait a minute, something here is fishy. You can just sit and get stopped out here. Boom, stop out. I expected this, honestly. Like, look at how we close inside this gap here. So here, like, I could frame the market from both ways, which means that here I should have not traded. And after all, we also see an SMT here, which is going against our bias. Now we go up on the daily, and surprisingly, last day we ended up becoming bullish, and we're now still bullish. We've already run this high, and closest targets are here, really far. But I think maybe price could catch up. Jump to the 1 hour page movement. It was an FP. So I think we could overbalance this whole thing here. Left an FP move, but these data highs are a crucial target as well. So maybe let's just open. We have lows here, and something gets put in there. I think we had some news at 10. Back with the 1 hour, because it started dropping tremendously, and probably heading for this. And it gets thrown out, obviously. Alright, nothing on this day. So the few weeks are hectic. Anyways, so the next day go to the daily. Extremely bullish. Looks bullish, and we're in this gap. I think we didn't disrupt the movement. Dude, this gap could get rejected, so we gotta be open to anything happening. And that will mean targeting some hourly lows. So if we target hourly lows, then this and this will be some targets, this here and this. So far, I would like to see buy side get taken out on the 15-minute. So have some buy side here, and market runs it directly after open, which is really great. Sell side, minor sell side here, fall short of it, and we do this damage here. SMT, liquidity sweep. The 15, we're in a fair value gap, and right before anything happened, it was the 5 1 minute, like the moment we burst this is where my entry should be at 9:34. If we entered this inversion here, and are we in a PI? Yeah, we are. And you do your own sell side. Yeah, we did. Now what will the target be? That's the problem. That's the new problem. So we look for standard deviations. So from here to here, if we put standard deviation, this is the furthest one. I mean, this is the 4th standard deviation. It's not the furthest, but it's a good target. You buy it here, target there, stop loss right there. So let's make the full 2R, make the full 2R and risk 5. And this is 20, so it's 500 over, actually it's 18, so it's 500 over 36, 13.8, so it's 14. stop loss right there, early entry, and wait. We didn't. We fall short of it twice. This is how crazy it gets. But we end up hitting it at 9.59. Pull to R, look at the 15. You can see it's a good expansion to the upside. And it's probably gonna continue higher, man. I think. Oh, here we were lucky, brother. Now on the 15, you see another internal retracement to a fair value gap right here. And it's an SMT of 5, 1. Right, so we're here. Do this. But I don't feel like taking it. Why? This gap here as well is another fair value gap. But I'm still bullish, so why can't we take the shot? And we've got an SMT there, and we've put in a good inversion. Well, this thing is sus. But the thing that I see, the 15-minute retracement is the one that's telling me that this thing will go higher. So let's see if we take a buy like at the exact inversion right here. Probably put the stop around there. Target maybe a small 1-to-1. So 16 times 2, that's 32. 500 over 32 is 15. Pretty close to 16, but now if we target like this internal move, let's see, does it hit? Pretty close. Consolidation. Alright, I think we're gonna close it here. Why? Okay, it starts reversing right at this inversion. Let's just sit and wait. Alright, run on the highs. This would have been a break even, because right after this run I'm pretty sure I would have went break even, and it's close to the macro, so could probably get stopped out here. So crazy consolidation, and boom, get stopped out right here. Let's see, this price end up going higher, obviously here. So once you make money, make sure to not give it back. So what does it look like here? It's bullish. Now I think it will be now heading to this high here. Continuation. And when I go to the 4 hour, we're in this gap here, which is absolutely great. Now where is Asia? Alright, so Asia low's been taken out there in London, so this day could be a consolidation day, because like when Asia lows have been taken out and London as well, that's like most of the time is low probability day. Second standard deviation level and the fourth. We've run these highs here. And I got the 1 hour, we're consolidating pretty much the whole morning. Now on the 15, we have some fair value gaps here. This one will be the closest to discount. We've run this low here. So I'd like to see something fractal form, because we've had this sweep. There's something I'd like to see is like some kind of the same setup form inside a fair value gap inside here. So wait and wait. Market opens and nothing. First two standard level deviation levels get tagged out. Right, retracement to a gap right there. this thing here. Well, yes, does the same thing. Also takes up this low. So there's no something. I think probably I could put in another one. Okay. Come on, we're in the 15-minute. Let's see if we got this. Will this play out? Then we'll close above and show some kind of disrespect. We don't have an SMT, you gotta keep that in mind. There's no such thing as an SMT here. So it's this high probability. Look at these wicks. And I think we're gonna tag out like the daily high here. Next day, hey, we've dropped now into a fair value gap. Need to see when the high was tagged out at 12. Okay. So now we've dropped overnight, left behind these relatively equal highs as buy side. Now I think we could go higher, but not until market shows me so, because we're in a gap. But 4 hour has already impressed, just saying that we could be dropping. And what will the targets be? If we drop like some 4 hour high, 4 hour low or 1 hour low, like this one here, will be the one to make sell side, while this one will be buy side. Down to the 15-minute, we have this and this. Now, not really trying to predict lows and highs, but let's see. This is looking so crazy. So 1 hour closest low it has is this one, but 4 hour, it's a 4 hour low. Will be the lowest low there. Now internally, if we go on the 15, consider we have a close gap here. So I'm not going to trade like a small range today because it's not looking that good. So if we're higher, then we'll run this low, then probably continue higher. See what happens at the open. Okay, fall short of it, and instead we'll run this one into the 15-minute fair value gap, and we start rallying higher. So when I go up into 5, can see we get an inversion here, and another one here, and a 15-minute inversion as well. So here you probably like trade some continuation. So as of now, we trade like when market retraces into like the POI. So I'm just gonna sit and wait. You can see it's 10:32 and buy side has already been taken out. Let's see right here. Do we have an SMT? No. But we're in a gap and we're about to create some inversion. Let's see if it does create it though. Okay, I'm now disinterested. So the next day, go on the daily. Run so close to this high. Now I still think we're bullish, and the good thing is that we've reached conclusion of this week. Now 1 hour, I will have some good targets in 1 hour. Let's see here, 15 minutes. I have some probably if we raise to then buy entries will be loading, but also have a 15-minute fairly gap here, so we gotta be cautious. But I'd like to see like some, minor sell side get taken out here and here. Then we head to the buy side. Right, lows run to this one here. Crazy drop. So 15 looks like it's heading for this thing here. Let's see. So we have an S&T at this high. And just inverse the 15-minute gap. What does that tell you? That we are dropping. Now we're about to inverse a 5-minute one as well. Left behind this relatively equal shit, but I still think we're bullish. How's the 1 hour? Okay, retracement. Now we start pushing higher. This is so messy. Like when you check the 5, it's a sweep and then an SMT. Like right here. And we've created a 5-minute inversion right here. But the reason I don't trust it, we could be retracing like to premium so that we can drop. See, the premium, but we also from an SMT already. Alright, now we got to the 15. You can see that we're rejecting this gap here. Now that's where entries will be, but I don't see any strong inversion yet. Okay, wait, another SMT here, and we have, well, this one here and this one here, so it's probably gonna drop to that low there. Let's wait and see. Okay, and E and Q ends up catching up. So we're already at this high on in ES. So we are still falling short of that high here. It's this one here. This one, this day, yes, is already taking it out, but I still think he will take it out as well. 4 hour. I think that interesting. 1 hour. Some kind of on a block lower end here. So Asia lows, highs, and more liquidity as well. Internal liquidity. Check the 1 hour. Well, if this could get run, then we distribute higher. And then that would be good. 50 sell side created. 5 minutes. Right, fall short of the low. Then we start distributing higher very fast. Now on the 15, you can see end up respecting this one here, and we inverse this one here. I'd like to see the next one that will get respected. Alright, now we put in a drop. Is this the intermediate logo? Pretty close to the slope here then. This is the craziest PA I'm seeing so far. End up running the low. Alright, another low gets put in. This low here got run the 1 hour, pretty close to this one. We'll run this one here, not this one though. And when we zoom in, let's see where we're hitting at BPR. But yeah, this is some crazy PA to be trading. There's also no fair value gap here that will create an inversion, so we're probably just gonna drop continuously. And now here from the small inversion, when we check the 5, it's an inversion 2, but yes, it's still so far to catch up. The 15, we'll run this low here, but there's no POI supporting price honestly in my whole analysis. Nothing. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands and see price move. Now pretty close to that high. I think we're heading to this high now. We're really close to it. For nothing of my interest. 1 hour, pretty much the same thing. But we'll run a low here, which is fine. And we're in some kind of POI here in London. This is a good support. Now the 15 is also looking messy, except maybe for just this gap here. Otherwise everything is quite really dirty. Like, how do you tell me that we have these lows stacked, no like high time frame POI? So like we have to base off of the 15-minute only. And let's see, does the open put in more manipulation? We wait. Okay, more manipulation put in 5 minutes. You can see we run this low here. Alright. We're now in this 1 hour that was holding price earlier. Okay, ends up closing inside of this thing here. In the macro as of now, and we've got this inversion here. 5 minutes, we're in a fair value gap, can't trust that, so just gotta sit and wait. Nire ndiyashijana ifite kisi
ugitwara twaye
wapi umanya kugusa retracement into the gap inversion. There's no SMT though. check the 15. It's okay. 1 hour. I don't know why it looks like it will push higher. Like you can't trust this thing. But the 4 hour, we're in this gap here. So I'm not gonna trust these sell signals that are forming. Consolidation. So we failed to hit that high, but then what happened the next day was even crazier. We ran to this low here, and now looks like we're starting to distribute higher after putting in a sweep of liquidity. So this was 8. Probably this was some news like CPI, I think. Yep, CPI or PPI. PPI, yeah. Now I would like to see these highs. Is this, and this is the lowest hanging fruit. I'd like to see them get taken out. 5 minutes. This gap data highs there. Let's see, do we deliver to those data highs? I think like this is already been enough of a manipulation. Let's see what happens at the open. Could put in more manipulation, which is very fine. But alright, very good delivery here. If it lives behind this gap and come on, it just fills it directly. There's not even a 5 minute gap there as well. Very low probability on my end. This would it be something I'd like to see, like trace man. So I'm in my cold and build context in this. And like it's destroying all the 15-minute gaps that it could retrace to. Now a target that has been there for years and years, it's finally been hit. Like yesterday expanded higher. Let me see when that happened. Yesterday, like the afternoon session. Now this day we've run Asia lows here, exploded higher. What happened? Was it CPI now? Retail sales. So what month? May. So May was really flat in 2024. Now we've run this high as well. Yes, it's close to the all-time highs more than we are. The next daily target will be this one. I think I'm just gonna try the continuation here. So 1 hour. Well, we're in this. We've touched this gap. Turning that 15 minute. We'll have a huge gap here and some sell side liquidity. So if we get another internal manipulation there, then buys will be beautiful. So we sit and we wait. Boom. Manipulation gets put in there. Right. Let's see, put in the inversion right there. After putting in the sweep, very good 15-minute retracement, and we're in the macro. So entry there. Stop somewhere around there. Target 1 to 2. That high. So 34 times 2 is 68. handles. Stop loss right there. Target right. Target first, target there. Second target there. Let's just sit and wait and see if we deliver. PE once we take out this high here. Alright. Now sit and wait. And buy side gets hit right before 11. Price was low, but this is good delivery at it. This good delivery is from here to here, like 42 minutes. Really great. And on the 15, you can see good expansion. 15-minute free value guys play out really good. And look at how good the continuation looks like. Look at how good it continues. I really think this will be taking out this daily high as well. Is it the daily high? Yep, it's a daily high too. And look at how big this thing was. And you can see that the target gets hit even though it gets hit in launch. So very beautiful displacement. Why did I have oh my lord, that day it drew us like hundreds of points and I took my profit here. Now imagine if I held there. So holding something I definitely should learn. And we've now hit all-time highs. I'm not gonna short all-time highs. I think it's probably gonna go ahead higher of some 4-hour low here. Why is it adjusting? We have the gap there. 1 hour. Like this. Now on the 15-minute we have this relatively quiet as a buy side. This one's not gonna necessarily like to see probably this get run out, and since we're on the 15-minute, probably have some gap here. I'd like to see it expand higher because this is a 1 hour gap, so 5 and nothing much there. Alright, they open full short of it. Having some barcode action there, but this is a good retracement into the gap, by the way. 940. On the 15. Well. Where do you think you're going without a sweep? Now it's putting an SMT at this high here. It could be maybe able to put it out and put an intermediate time high, right? Creates an SMT there and starts flying, which is what I wanted, or I would like to see. So the funny thing is that most of my entries form like real, okay, this thing is remaining with 2 minutes, so most of my entries like to form within the macro. Now entry will be something like this. Let's make it like full 20 handles. Right, now target all-time highs and higher for a full 2 hour. And why would I like to take it? It's because this is already advanced and the inversion has already been put in. So it's 500 over 40, which is 12.5. 12.5. There are no points in this. So SMT, it's like a sweep, has already been put in inversion. So everything is looking okay now. Now take profit. The grids right above there. So let's just play and wait. Now break even. Now that we've taken out that high. We wait and we wait. Don't touch the mouse and boom. Full take profit gets here right there. This one here, it's 2.17. Couple of 15 minutes, you can see that it's probably even gonna continue, man. You you could even target. Okay, I think here like there could be another entry pattern forming, tracement back into a gap, but there is no SMT, so it's not like the best entry that there could be, and there's no inversion as well. So sit. Look at this inversion here. Let's see this. I'm not gonna trade it. I'm just gonna take profit of this movement. This looked like smooth liquidity, by the way. Boom, smooth liquidity gets taken out right there. So I'm grateful that we got the most of our move today. So it's the next day, and funny enough, the previous day closed bearish, but I think it's for the good. It set us into a fair value gap here. Buy side there, 4 hour, a good run on liquidity. So like nothing is showing me bearishness, right? So far nothing. 1 hour, like no gap has been formed here, which is the craziest thing. So the sweep, let me mark it again here. Now I think here standard deviation would work good, or at least this levels here, and I think this is pretty nice. The fact that we're in a 1 hour gap and all of this has happened, so probably I'd like to see a fractal that's forming here form in a lower time frame as well, probably like the 1 minute obviously, and we'll be reflecting like from the 15 or something like that. Now targeting the 1 hour highs, I don't know, but if we get this from here to here, standard deviations levels have this and this, so let me mark this one. Why? Because it's closer to the 1 hour high, and that's liquidity, and there is this one, the closest. Let me mark this to these ones here, but it could also drop, like anything could happen, but I don't see any price action here. Like there is no fair value gap. This PA was really slow, so it's possible that price could not even do a thing there. It's very probable that we could not find an entry here, except if like just like swing, but that will be like swinging off of, you know, just what we think would happen. Okay, retracement to this inversion thing here, and that happens at 9:37. I don't know why this entry looks very good to me. I'm gonna go up on the 15. Like this is the intermediate term low, and we have an inversion retrace too, but this inversion, okay, I mean it's good. Go up to the 5. There is a gap here. I don't know if we're gonna inverse that. 1 hour, 1 minute, sorry, we've cleared an inversion at 9:37 after inversing this gap here. This is the first presenter fair value gap, really small, but I think, let's see, this is the big 20 handles, so that's 500 over 40 again, which is 12. Can place a buy and put the stop there and see what's to happen. Well, do we have an SMT or some sort of thing? We'll have an SMT at this low here already. I got the 5. Now what will be the targets? The ones that we've marked here. Now when do we go break even is once these highs get taken out. Stop loss gets triggered real quick, which is totally fine. Looks like inversion don't work well for me on the 15. I still think we're bullish. Yeah, the S&P is getting invalidated. How's the 5? If you touch the 5 minute gap, Yep, we do. Can see tap 5-minute gap gets tapped into. So what's the lesson here? Like it drops, no sweep. Like this is another potential trade, and shifts here, shifts me into a gap, and this is an inversion. This will be like the A plus if it was here or here. That's where the inversion gets formed here. This is where the inversion gets formed, and where do you move to break even? Probably somewhere around there. But let's first check in with the 15-minute. Now where will the target be on the 15-minute? This thing here, because this thing, there's more chance that you could get respected. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here you place buys, stop around here, 20 handles still, like at this open or close the candle. Now take profit. I would like to tell you a small thing, because that 15-minute thing is, so think TPOs hit. Yeah, there was TP. Why did I place TP there? Is because there was this 15-minute thing. Maybe we'll break it. Let's see. Check the 15-minute. It's still looking good. And look at how it ends up going low. Like we what should I call it? We've longed a crazy move, and here looks like it's going higher. I'm not gonna trade this. I'm just gonna like preview what it's gonna do here. I still was bearish, but we bought it. Well, I'm pretty neutral here. I'm pretty neutral. We're in the gap of buy side, but it's also possible to go like just drop. Let me just go to that increment first. See. Yeah, right. 4-hour fair value gap, man. I think bulls are. I'm pretty confident with the bulls here. Closest buy side. So these lows are also too smooth. So I'd like to see like another run lower before I think of a trade. Alright, smooth lows get run right at the open, we form an inversion. But I hate trades at the open. But I think it's just gonna continue going higher. Like look at how it flies. But then I hate trades that form like this at the open, man. Like it's not the highest probability. Like look at this. There's no SMT, except if there was an SMT maybe here, and like a trusting, but this thing, no, I'm just gonna let it go. I'll probably catch some continuation move later. And we're heading to the all-time highs. Price just moves like right at the open. 5-minute retracement into a gap. 1 minute. Nothing that's strong yet. And all-time highs gets hit just like that. So ideal trade will be pre-market, but we shouldn't. Like, okay, I'm not a fan of pre-market stuff. We ran this low here. Now this will be an entry. Look at the 15-minute. This will be an entry, continuation entry, even though it's really late. So this 5 is also a gap. Now we form an SMT. Turn sweep. Right now I'm gonna go down 4, 3, 2, 1. What the? see that inversion gets put in at this candle, so that's where your trade will be. That's where my trade will be. Remember, I keep saying it's yours when you probably trade something else. So if we put a stop right there, 13 handles, so 26, so it's 500 over 26, 20 handles by this. Sorry, this 20 handles, 20 contracts. And what would the take profit be? Probably the all-time high. Like, should we have a 15-minute gap? Nope, we don't. Like to see pretty like continuation move to the upside there. Like if it moves half of what we think it could move to break even, and we'll just let it ride to buy side. Oi. So this SMT here would be a trigger to exit. This is exactly the same thing I did like on the trade. Confirm. Why is it moving? Okay, so this is like the exact thing that happened at that this trade that I took. Let me show you the vid, by the way. I think I have it. Like I closed when reached here, when like ES took up the high, because when it forms that kind of SMT and it starts to drop like this, man, you are cooked. So this is why I should have closed it like probably the moment, let's see, the moment the high gets taken out at this candle here is where this thing should be closed instead of targeting for higher returns. So you should close it. This habit we have to learn. No waiting for higher returns. And I probably think it's gonna continue higher like in the game session. So why did I let that become a win? Is because it's for the statistics and for what it shows on the model. If one asset done that, then fix it on the next one as well. Looks bullish here. What do you think? For a gap where prices run this low, still think we could probably draw higher. Some buy side and more buy side, and a good run on the lows. So I think probably could continue higher. You can see it's a sweep shift retest situation. Now with the 15, nothing much here. Let's see if market sets us up for a move higher. Alright, it's like it's starting to set up. Alright, 1 minute. Definitely inversions here. Nothing, well, a 2 minute inversion. And some kind of SMT. Problem is that it's just at the open. But the 2 minute here, good. 1 minute, not really. The 15, yep, there's a gap. We sit and we wait. Could be retracement to that gap. So let's just sit and wait for better something. 15 doesn't do anything. Start growing higher directly. Break up above this high, then that means that this high is strong. If we don't, then price will probably start going lower. So we're like, look at all these rejections that we're forming. Right now we finally end up breaking above it, but no entry provided inside of this whole drop. it's not sure by the way, it's just like 30 price action. I'd like to trade a retracement here. Just a small retracement, 5 minute retracement into the gap. 1 minute could possibly form an inversion here, and if it forms one, that will be crazy. Now you can trade like a small movement from to this high here, but there is a nest some teeth already, but we have a PO high that would cause it to drop. Well, so if we take risk, that's when we will know. But it's probably gonna drop. So how big will this stop be? Like around 14 handles, so not really bad. And where's the high? This high is here, and we reach the all-time highs, so we could probably reach for these ones here. But if it reaches here, move to break even. I think here we could close full profits. Let's check the 15 again. It's a few minutes because I'm just gonna dismiss this. Good expansion, but there's some liquidity. I mean, there's a good 15-minute gap there downside. Let's see what happens. So I'm running this low here. 15, nothing. 5, nothing. Boom. 5 minute, end up dropping to this low here. Now on the 1 minute, let's see what happens before lunch. Nothing. Nothing this day, nothing except if we possibly like take a trade here at this inversion here. Your stops and obviously below, because here you can see it gets stopped out. But if you manage to get it, then you target those highs. Next day, liquidating. We've already hit all-time highs. Means like the obvious target that we had has already been hit, so gotta be cautious with the executions that we take. So we're in a 4-hour gap, which we dropped to 2. There's this buy side liquidity. We reversed a small gap there. I like to see price expand higher to these highs, and I think we're expecting this here as well. So let's see if the 15 minute could hold us. We have an internal buy side level, and SMT is already in. 5 minute intermediate, minor buy side. Yeah. Let's see, does it put in an extra manipulation like right at the open? I hate taking trades like before the open, because like price manipulation can be really crazy. Now buy side has already been taken, the buy side that we've been waiting. So anyways, we dropped this low here, 5 minute, very good drop. 15 minute, nothing that much. Looks like this will become the intermediate time low. Then we get this sweep here. Now go down to the 1 minute, and you can see the 944, 43 good candle, 44 close above. So I think you can take a small like scalp and turn inside 1-to-1 here. 19 handles, 1 to 1.5, or like above this high. So when do we move to break even? Once this thing gets taken out, because when price reaches at this point, could do anything to this. So 500 over 40 is 12 handles. Stop loss there, and we target set. Now we play it. Up. And this is a break even one, because look, the high I was targeting has already put in like, I think, so you see it's to break even. But if I had targeted this like obvious level, I would have got filled instead of targeting of thin air. Another 15, drop it. And let's see, does full profit get hit? There we are, right before 12. Oh, what's this kind of movement? All-time high, not easy. Anyways, I'm just gonna close it here. I think we've learned much in this session. One of the things I've learned is that this kind of target, like when you have obvious liquidity, just take it, because if you don't, then you regret. So far this model is looking good so far. Go to the reports, you can see that it's not bad. Let's see how many average winning losing days, 3 winning days, consecutive. How about consecutive losses, 3 consecutive wins, 3. It's like this. All right, I'm just gonna close it here, and glad that I ended